What's going on, fellas? It's another Boogie. Y'all know the rest. Hey, I want to salute y'all for subscribing to my channel, and I also want to thank y'all for liking my videos. And shout out to the Dime Game Division. Let's rock and roll, man. For all the dudes out there that just want sex from women, we talking about 1,000,000%. The only reason that you keep women around is to have sex. The only reason you keep them around is to have sex, for no other reason than, I would say, why don't you just save yourself the time and the effort and just put a couple women on the payroll, man? Like, real talk. You put them on the payroll, give them a monthly stipend. They get what they want, you get what you want, no feelings attached. Y'all really don't even have to really talk to each other unless it's hooking up a meeting for sex. Because you wouldn't believe what some women to go for, especially if they need the money. There's no sense of learning game, no sense of getting into any kind of self-improvement. Just pay for it. Go ahead and get it out the way. Cash out. It'll save you a lot of time. Because a lot of dudes just have a mentality of, well, all women are like this. They're not good for nothing. I don't need a relationship. She's going to cheat 1,000%. And that's not all the way true, man. A lot of dudes, man, they listen to a lot of rhetoric online of other dudes' experiences, man, or, other dudes' opinions. And they start basing their opinions off of that, instead of their own life experiences, man. And I've been saying this for a long time. You have to be careful what you listen to, I have a reference point in my own mind in my 33 years on earth. I have my own reference points that I can use to gauge the way women are, and I work off of that. I listen to other dudes, I understand what they're saying. Some guys I disagree with, some guys I agree with, but nonetheless, the buck starts and stops with me. I go off of my experiences, man. And that's what I would tell any dude. Life can show you something different. Period, depending on who you are. You never really know your reach, and you never really know what you can get out of women until you try. And a lot of dudes that pick up that mentality, I look at it like this. There's a door that those guys hadn't walked through yet with women, where you go from being liked and tolerated by women till you walk through that door and you realize women actually respect you and they admire you and they treat you as such, and there's no way that you can mistake in that door that you walk through. You will know it when you experience it. Period, man. It's the only way to say it. When you walk through that door. And as you walk through that door, you'll realize, man, your interactions and your dealings with these women are going to be a lot easier. The sex is going to be a lot better. Just the treatment that they give you on the humble, just throughout the day-to-day, they don't even want to make a decision without your input. No matter where they at, they giving you a call. What kind of coffee should I get? What you think I should eat for lunch and dinner? You know what I mean? When they go out shopping, They want to know your input. You know, all of these things, man. She don't go out shopping without purchasing you something. You know, stuff like that, man. And it really gets deeper than that. You know, I don't really have time for this short video that I'm doing, but what I'm saying is a lot of dudes hadn't walked through that door yet. And I believe whenever they do walk through that realm, because it's not a physical door, it's just a different realm, you know, that you'll go through. It's really psychological and spiritual at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You're just walking up a different flight of steps in your maturity as a man, you know, and your masculinity overall. You know what I mean? It really has nothing to do with the women, dog. The women shall remain the same. It's you that changes. It's you that develops, you know? All you doing is calibrating your dime game as you go. You know what I'm saying? You add more to your shit, right? Then you walk through that door, figuratively speaking, and man, a lot of shit just changed, dog. You no longer are scared of women. You know, you have embraced who you are as a man. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses. You dig? You know why women like you. You know why women like sleeping with you. Exactly why. So even if a woman is giving you choosing signals, you don't have to guess. You already know. And that'll make your time with that woman a lot less nerve-wracking. But first you gotta walk through that door, dog. Period. And that's constant self-development, self-improvement. You know, taking time to get to know yourself. You dig? And just overall consuming yourself with yourself, man. Just trying to figure it out. I guarantee, man, some dudes have already walked through that door, so they know exactly what I'm talking about. Some dudes have yet to, but they will, and some dudes never will. It's just how it is, man. Some dudes never will. I remember, man, some years back, dog, I was dating 4 women in my apartment building, man. Like all at the same time. And then one girl ended up moving out, so then it was only 3 of us in the apartment building. You dig? I was literally dating all these women at the same time. You know, and I look back and laugh at it now because it got a little bit sloppy at the end, and, you know, it was fights in the parking lot and, you know, little drama and stuff like that. But for about a year straight, man, it was all good, you know. And, you know, I was a man to all of these women. And granted, they didn't like it necessarily, but they did it for me. And that trumped whatever feelings that the women had about each other, man. It was crazy, man, but it was just a sight to see for some of my neighbors. They just couldn't believe that these women even agreed to that. You know, and really it happened kind of organically, you know what I'm saying? Truth be told, it kind of just happened organically and everything just fell in place. But once I was in it, man, I was in it. And at that moment, man, I walked through a different door. You know, and the things that I remember about that moment in particular, man, is I was very consumed with myself, man. I was hyper-focused on my development. You know, my personality was cool. I was good spiritually. You know, I was working out all the time, man. My health was good. Socially, you know, I was very balanced. You know, pretty much, man, just clicking on all cylinders with myself, man. You know, it wasn't the fact that I just had a whole bunch of money to spend or, you know, my status was super high. Nah, man, I was just very comfortable in my own skin. You know, I took pride in myself, man, the way I walked, the way I talked, you know, the way I presented myself. You know, we had great sex. You know, I had great sex with all of these women, straight up. That was a major component in this too. Great sex. You know, I was able to get that mask off, like I always say. You know, I had a connection with these women, but the way that they treated me, man, was, you know, I guess just on some king shit. but I carry myself like that, man. You know, and I think that's why a lot of dudes go wrong, man. They hyper-focused on women. You know, like that number 1,000,000% focuses on the women, and they tend to take the focus off themselves over a period of time. You know, you can't do that, man. Women love a man that's constantly evolving, constantly growing. You know what I'm saying? That's when that admiration comes in. And that's the highest form of love that a woman can give you, man, is respect and admiration. Now, in a situation like I was telling y'all about the women in my apartment building and stuff like that, yeah, it got sloppy towards the end because I got sloppy. I'm be honest, I got sloppy. Not keeping my word, not being where I was supposed to be, or being the places I said I was going to be, you know, not following through on things. And the man that I presented myself to be in the beginning, I let that slip away. And truth be told, man, I was getting tired of it anyway, man. You know, it really wore me down. And one of the biggest mistakes that I made in a situation like that is I didn't take time to replenish myself, man. I didn't take time to fall back from these women, hydrate, and then come back and assert myself. Nah, man. I just was going at it every day, every night, and trying to work and go to school at the same time. So, you know, after about a year of living like that, man, I was worn down. You know, just having these women all in one place. You know, it wasn't like they were spread out different places and stuff like that. So, you know, I didn't take the time to replenish my own shit. But nonetheless, man, the moral of the story is, you know, at that moment, what I learned is there is a different door, you know. And truth be told, I believe it's another door. You know, I think Cousin T-Tar kind of showed me a little bit at the first self-improvement summit about another door, you know, that in due time I'll learn as well. So, you know, I'm always a student. You know, I never get too old to learn. But I'm going to close with this, man. For the dudes that just want sex, I mean, I think a lot of dudes can save themselves a lot of time, heartache, headache, save their energy, conserve their energy. Just put the girl on the payroll, man. But for the other guys that understand what I'm talking about and they can really grasp this message exactly how I'm saying it, man, hang in there, man. Eventually, dog, you're going to start walking through invisible doors, i.e. different realms, you know, and you're going to look up. Other guys around you, they're not going to be able to see it because mentally that thinking ability is not there yet, man. You know, even emotionally and spiritually, they're not there yet. You know what I mean? They're not taking the time to get to know themselves. They're not taking their time to develop, dog. But you as an individual, you'll be that. And life will get a lot easier, man. And that's all I got for this video. Shout out to the Dom Game Division. Peace.